What's up everyone, and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Reptile News. Now, to start off today, I'm going to say that I'm actually pretty happy with how things went on Monday's show. With all the changes that I have made to the process, I was a little concerned because there was no testing, but I saw some issues that need to be remedied, which we'll be working on, but ultimately I'm very happy with how things worked off. And today we're going to start off in Tennessee, where Kirby High School is back in session after having a $20,000 800 labor hour pest problem. Now, some of the students here say that they never actually witnessed the pest problem, but they had bugs and they had rats and they had snakes and everything, and a bunch of ceiling tiles were replaced, insulation was replaced. They finally got the all clear from the health department, and I believe it was in about mid-August was when they had their health inspection and passed it. So school is back in session for those students. I'm sure most of them are happy, some of them probably are not. And now we're going to move on to a story that kind of happened on the internet, and it's not really a story, but I saw a quote or a question here, and the question is how long do baby snakes need to nurse off of their mothers before they can swallow prey items on their own? And at first I said troll, and then at second I said this one's going to get the dumb comment of the day on the show. It's got to. But then I sat back and I realized how much I criticize people on the internet for making fun of people or complaining about people that have what we might believe to be stupid questions, and I thought maybe I could put a more positive spin on this. Now, obviously this person was corrected. They were given the answer that they needed, and it just, I see every single day, surprisingly enough, coming from a lot of business owners and a lot of breeders complaining about questions they get, and they complain right on their Facebook page, and I feel like telling them, hey, stupid. Like, your customers aren't reading on your Facebook page that you're complaining about a question your customer asked. And it always boggled my mind on why people are criticized so bad in our community for asking questions. I mean, half the time we're criticizing people because they think they're know-it-alls, and then the people that are asking questions to try to learn get criticized for the questions that they get asked. And I think we need to start handling things completely differently. We need to start welcoming these questions. We need to start turning the keepers of tomorrow into the keepers of yesterday, or let's say yesteryear, because the ones of yesterday have not turned out to be the greatest and gotten us in a lot of the situations we're in right now. But I think you get what I mean. If you guys have anybody that asks you questions, no matter how ridiculous the question may seem, just answer the question. Answer it honestly, answer it with kindness, and I'm sure they will pass that favor on to people that ask them questions once they grow further in our hobby. And now we're going to move on to Florida, where we have two stories today of invasive species, and I'm going to kind of bundle these ones together because they're both from Florida. But apparently there are some python sightings in Boynton Beach. And I don't really keep up with the movements of pythons, but apparently that is on over by the East Coast. But they are saying that if they can track and catch this particular snake, it will be the farthest east one's ever been caught in Palm Beach County. And second, let's talk about some veiled chameleons. Apparently the sightings of veiled chameleons are rising in southern Florida. And this is very interesting to me because I wasn't aware that the veiled chameleon was established in Florida. And upon further reading, I realized that for the past about 10 years or so, veiled chameleons have been established and breeding in Florida. Now, they are saying that veiled chameleons pose no threat to people, and they're unsure of the threat that they pose to native wildlife, potentially competing for insect prey with native lizards, but for right now they're unsure. They are urging people to not let your chameleons or any of your exotic pets go. I mean, number one, it's just brutal. It's deadly to the environment. It really is. And number two, in a lot of places it's against the law to do, and I would hate for people to be watching from jail or from the bankruptcy courtroom because they got caught releasing an invasive species into an ecosystem. Now, they do have the amnesty days where pets can be turned in and they can be adopted out to people that know how and have the capabilities to to take care of them. And they are also, they went to mention that there is no bag and possession limits on veiled chameleons in Florida. The only thing you require to catch them is basically property owner permission if it's on private property. So there you go out and catch yourself some veiled chameleons. And that, my friends, is going to be all your news for this Wednesday. If you'd like to read any more about these stories, those links are right down below here in the description. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White, and now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other, and we'll see you Friday.